Today's episode is all about the kitchen, and we're in the middle of a DIY that's going to transform the look of this space. Backsplash. It took quite some time, but we have all the tile up and we're ready for the next step.
The next step is to grout. We're going to mix up the grout first because it needs to slake for about 15 minutes.
Are there any tips to just grouting correctly?
Just making sure your consistency in the grout is correct. Make sure you have the proper grout float. It's rubber, it's not a trowel like the steel trowel we use.
We don't damage the glass tiles.
Exactly.
We mix up the grout much like we did the mortar. While it rests, we remove the tile spacers, scrape away dry mortar with a utility knife, and wipe down the tile one last time.
Spaces are out, it's time to grout, right?
That's right. Try to go not this way across the grout joint or this way across the joint, but diagonally to get the stuff into the joint. Otherwise, you're just peeling it right back out. Now you're gonna start wiping it off at an angle to the grout line.
Mike also says it's important to rinse your sponge often, and don't be afraid to use your fingers to get the grout in the hard to reach spots.
Mike, we got the outlet covers on. This long, tedious, but worthwhile project is almost complete.
It looks great, except we do have to put caulk and the non-similar materials where the backsplash meets the countertop backsplash.
But we can't do that today, and why is that?
We have to let the grout dry. Otherwise, the moisture from the grout will never leave, and then it may bubble up your caulk, and then you have to redo that. So.
Part of me just thinks you want to see me again tomorrow. Is that
I
true?
do, yes. I enjoy your company.
It's the third and final day of our project, and I'm ready to put this baby to rest.
I'm going to start about here. You can do one of two things to your finger to keep the caulk off of it. Either get it wet, or surprisingly, if you dipped it in dish soap, that keeps the caulk from sticking to your finger. So I'm going to get my finger wet and just pretty much trowel.
So Mike, this was one of the most labor-intensive projects we've ever done here on Weekend Workbench, but it was absolutely worth it when you see the final product.
It looks great, spruced up the kitchen a little bit. Really not that expensive of a project. Really the biggest cost was your time.